Warning: the following show is not approved by the Writers Guild of America. I mean, there's no writing involved, and it's not shot in America, so we didn't ask them. But they definitely didn't give their approval.
Right.
Ready.
I was about to say, ladies and gentlemen, but you're just there's no ladies in this call. So, gentlemen, welcome back to Call of Cthulhu after what's been an extended break for us. But hopefully, for the viewers at home, this will have been straight after last week's episode. In theory, when I remember to edit them up. So, last time was the unfortunate demise of Zav. Well, I say demise. He didn't die.
He's not dead. He's not dead, bro.
He just
We
disappeared.
will find him.
It's been about 2 weeks now, I guess, since he left. You kind of had a funeral for him, but it's not really a proper funeral because there was no body. But
I didn't go because he's not dead.
but it was more an event to sort of get together and sort of commiserate the loss of him rather than his death, because he's essentially a missing person at this point. But his family needed something to sort of put it behind them. So it's been 2 weeks, and you guys are all back in your office, just usual routine, but one man down. And, I've already forgotten Askew's new name. Desmond is now.
Desabai.
It's Desi is it's a thick and fast member of the crew now. You guys have warmed to him greatly, I imagine, by now.
Me.
I can't force you to. If you don't like him, you don't like him.
I love his shotgun.
Didn't save Zav though, did it?
The
Anyway,
double barrel.
so you get a phone call. Cheryl passes it through and says it's what's his name? Hold on a sec. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's why. Jackson Elias. I don't know if you remember him.
No.
He was
That's Zav's friend.
He was Zav's friend.
Car said it sounded like alias for his surname. And that's what I thought he was.
So he just wants to speak to one of you.
Hello.
Hey there. Who's that?
This is Kenril Rosbacken.
Oh, hey Kimriel, it's Jackson. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to speak to you at Zav's funeral. It was a rough time, really. Me and him were close. We had only known each other a few years, but I thought great of him, and I'm very sad to hear about what happened to him.
Oh, so are we all.
Yeah, are you guys doing all right? You guys recovering okay?
Yeah, we're coping.
Okay, well, understandable. Look, I had to head back to New York, but there was something that came up that I thought might interest you guys. If you remember, there was that ceremonial dish of mine that was stolen from one of the from a museum.
Yeah, I recall.
Well, I don't really care about that dish so much. It wasn't important, but you guys seemed really interested in what was going on. I get that you guys are good investigators, but something's happened since then. I've heard about some other some other art thefts in Boston. If you guys want to look into it, I think it might be worth your time. I don't know what's going on, but I got a call from from a friend over there, and he said that my dish wasn't the only thing that's been stolen. It might be worth your time to look into it. I can't pay you much, but if you look into it and you can at least solve it and maybe get that dish back, I can probably get some money out of the museums for you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, well, I'll leave that guys with you. I'll leave it with you. You guys know your stuff. You guys know the scene. You guys know Boston better than I do. So good luck with it, and hopefully speak for you soon. And once again, I'm very sorry about what happened with Zav.
We'll speak to you later.
Okay.
Who was that on the phone?
Yeah, I've forgotten his name.
Of course.
Alias.
It was Zav's friend.
You met him,
Zav.
Desmond. You were there already.
Yeah, I remember him.
It was that guy, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So what do you guys do?
Go to the museum, I guess, and
Oh, he didn't specify which. Well, the one you went to. The one you went to last time was the International Museum of Antiquity, but he wasn't. He didn't. He said he was talking about other places.
how many is there?
I don't know. It's a big city. There's probably lots of museums.
Cheryl, how many is there?
Probably about 20 museums.
Oh. Bring him
Go to the
back.
cops
I
and see
had
if
you for a
anything's
good reason.
Cops. See if
Cops.
anything's see if anything's being reported.
Cops.
Yeah, let's go to the police station.
Everything I want to do, I'm going to say multiple times.
On your way out, Cheryl reminds you guys that she's not going to be around later because she's a family are in town, and so she's going to take them to hit up the Broadway shows and then head out to the Honey Trap Jazz Club later. She says if you guys finish off early, you're welcome to join them.
Cheryl,
Oh yeah,
Should go to the Sailors Club.
yeah. That's where I'm famous there. Like, you know.
For your dancing skills.
Mhm.
Anyway, so you guys head over to the police station, and there's your best mate, the desk sergeant, there grinning as you guys come in.
Oh, you look happy to see us.
So what can I do for Boston's most infamous investigators? You here to get another friend killed this week, are we?
whoa!
Fucking
Whoa.
Watch your mouth, copper.
Cops. Said the ghost of Zav.
So what do you want anyway?
We've been asked to investigate some number of disappearing relics from a number of different museums.
Oh yeah. We got some men on that. I mean, it's not a big deal, but there's definitely been something that's happened at the Museum of Fine Arts had a few things stolen like 2 nights ago.
You think that would be a good place to start out?
Well, we got a guy down there now, so you can go speak to him. I mean, I don't know anything about it, to be honest. It's not the biggest thing on my plate right now.
Is
If
there
you
any
go,
other museums, or is
No,
it just that one that you're aware of?
So you know about the first one, right? It was a friend of yours reported it, the Museum of Antiquity. There was
Antiquity, yeah.
but there was also a painting was stolen from an auction house as well. That was a few days after the first theft. And, you know, when it was just the two of them, we didn't think it was much. But after what happened at the fine arts place, we figured there's something more to this.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
My phone is
right,
ringing.
I guess we'll head down to the Museum of Fine Art.
Why not? Yeah, see that cop.
All right, okay.
Cops.
So the two remaining left members of the party.
We stuck Trent in the trunk.
Trent's just answering a phone call out back, but so you two head over to the Museum of Fine Arts. This is like an absolutely massive building. The museum you went to last time was kind of a relatively like small. This is the kind of museum you go to where the front thing is like huge stone arches all the way down, just absolutely massive building. Yeah, big museum, big.
Big.
So you go inside and there's no immediate sign of anything because obviously it's a big place. But if you guys, do you want to wander around? What do you want to do?
Desmond, do your thing.
What?
Hello.
Sorry.
Forgot about that.
Oh, is there actually nobody there?
No, it's
Hello?
busy. It's a busy museum. There's
okay.
There's because it's such a massive museum. It's not immediately obvious where you should be going.
Is there any security on the door? Like a receptionist?
Yeah, there's a receptionist. Yeah, there's a woman sitting on reception.
Do you want to charm her,
I'll
Kinreal?
swindle over. I don't need to charm her. I can only just talk to her. Jeez. Keep it in your pants.
Whoa.
Right, hello there, miss. Excuse me, even.
Hello. What can I do for you?
We're investigating some of the stolen art, and we're told there was a police officer down here already.
Oh yeah. He's over in the east wing. If you head that way, turn straight left, keep going. Eventually, you'll run into them.
All right, thank you very much.
All right. Wow, you guys are efficient today.
Yeah.
So
We've got an experience with this kind of thing now.
just breezing through all this. All right, so you head through the museum into the east wing, where you find an area where they've police have taped off an area where there's some pedestals with things missing off them, and there's a detective going around sort of chatting to people, making notes. He's like, there's only one guy there who looks like clearly he's a police officer.
I'll go up to him, I guess. Excuse me, sir. Officer, even.
Hello there. Did you witness something for the crime? Are you here to report something?
We've been asked to take on an investigation about these disappearing artifacts, and we're
Who by the
just down here to
museum?
have a look. Sorry?
To the who's hired you guys? The museum?
Desmond was his name.
No, we could pretend the museum's hired us.
We're not doing your bullshit.
Jackson Elias.
Oh,
He
I know.
was involved in a crime recently at the Museum of Antiquity.
Yeah, I'm aware of Jackson. I didn't know he was involved in this case. I've read his books, but that's interesting. So what do you want to know?
Well, first of all, I guess what was taken.
So yeah, there's been 8 missing items have been taken. Most of it from this display. There is some paintings, some sculptures. None of it. It's a bit weird though. You know, usually when someone goes into a museum, they usually take one thing, and usually they pick the most valuable, expensive thing on display. Some of these are worth money. They vary in price, but none of them are particularly valuable or particularly sought after. I guess maybe one of the paintings would have been worth a lot, but there were so many other things here they could have taken that would have been easier to take or worth more. So the crime doesn't make a lot of sense.
So you think it's a group of people, or do you think one person could manage all this?
Well, I mean, the only thing we've got to go on was a woman seen leaving the building from a neighbor nearby, and that matches up with what we got from the Museum of Antiquity. The guard there saw a woman. There was a guard here on the night who should have seen something, but he's been a bit. To be honest, he's been a bit of a dick, so I don't really know what's going on with him. But we're probably going to have to take him down to the station later to sweat it out of him.
Was there any running theme with the items that were stolen? Like any kind of set time period that were?
No, it's not time period. Some of the stuff was contemporary. That's the weirdest thing. This display here, where most of the items were taken from, was not even It was like this was for up and coming artists and from the local Boston scene. I mean, if anything, some of them are quite macabre. Not all of them, but there's definitely a twinge towards this sort of darker kind of imagery. We've not had much religious stuff or historical stuff. It's all been very very original and creepy paintings and things like that, I guess.
I guess we'll have a word with the security guard then.
All right. He points you over to the guards. The guards over in an office to one side, but you can go in and have a chat with him if you like.
Excuse me, sir.
Well, you just punch him over.
No, I'm punching all of them.
Oh.
And so you walk in, and straight away this guy has a very belligerent demeanor, sort of leaning back, yeah, and he's looking like, so who are you jokers?
Oh, can we quickly discuss this? Can we do that kind of thing?
We just turn and start whispering.
If we could pretend we're from the FBI or something, we could because he doesn't care.
And all he has to do is ask to see your badge, and then you don't have one.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No.
Usually FBI got FBI instead of
FBI.
Cuffs.
Then between us, we'll either charm him, or we'll intimidate him, or we'll beat him up.
Oh, intimidate. Big trend. I'll let you set the pace.
We heard that you seen who we think is a suspicious woman that left the scene of the stolen artifacts.
I haven't told anybody shit yet, and why should I start speaking to you?
Well, we're currently investigating the missing artifacts by someone who owned the artifacts.
So who are you? Who are you? The police?
We're private investigators.
Are you being paid well to investigate?
Paid enough.
Yeah.
Look, I'll put it simple. If I tell the police what I saw, I'm gonna get shit, and to be honest, I'll probably get fired anyway out of the way this goes. I figure if I say what I saw for the press, I maybe make out of this. Well, you want to know? You're gonna have to make it worth my while.
Well, I can't make it worth your while if you don't know how much it is.
Just let's just see what's in your wallet, and then we'll see what I know.
Listen, are you hiding something here? You look awfully suspicious. You seem very willing to conceal information.
Look, I've already been straight with you guys. I'm probably gonna lose my job over this theft, even though I didn't do shit. And you know what? Maybe I saw something, but that information is the only thing I've got left that's gonna get me any money out of this.
Did someone pass through a wall?
I'm not telling you anything. You grease my palm here, and then we can. I knew that.
Cough.
Give me a hand.
Listen, we need to start.
Come on. We gonna start kicking off, or are we gonna play it his way?
Kicking off could be good.
No
Like kick off? Do you want me to kick off?
Yeah, why not?
Muscle.
I don't even know how to go about this. I've just been sat in the corner quietly, and you guys just turned around, looked at me, and I've gone like,
Bad cop time, is it?
Alright.
So you have to say what you want to do. You have to say, and then roll a skill to support it, I guess.
let's pull a gun on him.
You could do that.
No!
Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm not in a very aggro mood right now. I think.
You need some wine
I
in
will
you.
start. I will start.
Yeah.
I'll use
You start. I'll tank a beer.
I'll use my
He's
charm.
not even kidding.
I like that in reality here. That's what he's done. He's gone and got to get a beer from the car.
Right, I'm going to use charm, and I'm just going to say, look, we're all just trying to help each other here out. Are you sure there's something you can't tell us?
Okay, give me a roll on that then.
Oh,
I
shit.
like that. I like that.
Whoa.
He says, I'm not trying to help anybody but myself here. You know, I don't have time for all this betterment of mankind. You know, treat the neighbor nicely bullshit. All I want is money, cold hard cash. If you got cash, if someone's paying you, you pay me, then we're all good. You don't work for free, do you? Why should I?
I did it in the last adventure.
Listen, buddy. If we get some of these items back, there might be some cash in it for you. You know, if they're intact,
You're
you
going to
did your
start
job
selling.
correctly.
You're going to start selling them. I mean, hey, I want a bit of cash for money. I'm not going to start selling stolen merchandise. That's
You haven't got a job to go back on.
I-
By the looks of the thing.
I thought I was corrupt.
Soon you're gonna have a pair of broken legs.
Oh,
Oh,
Just getting pissed off now.
Instead of beer,
one mouthful of beer.
Trent storms back in like beer, like joy.
We can't hold him back. He's huge.
Listen, mate. We're not giving you jack shit for money. You're not gonna tell us any info. We're gonna make fucking life hard for you. We work around these areas. We will make life fucking difficult for you if you don't just start cooperating, okay? For what it's worth, you're gonna be jobless and you're gonna be hurt soon.
Okay, give me a roll on that, Carlo.
It's gonna be a big one.
No, boom. Like
Oops.
99.
I'm watching this little.
Fuck's sake!
Roll, goddammit.
What's going on? There we go.
Yeah, that's cool. So he's like, oh, well, he sort of backs off in his chair. Is like,
I never expect the Trent to kick
Yeah.
off there.
he's like, oh, whoa, okay. Look, you know, I'm just trying to get paid here. Look, I'll tell you what I know, but you got to promise me you're not going to go tell the police. I still need this information. Still needs to be useful for me to tell the press.
Here's the thing, as well. We offered you money after we sort this out, as well. And if you want money, that's a fine offer there. So just take it.
All right. Okay. Look. Well, I'll tell you what I know. Right. Okay. So I saw something. I heard them come in. Like, I mean, they pay me shit here. They don't pay me well enough to stop a robbery because the first thing that's going to happen is someone's going to pull a gun and I'm going to end up dead. So I just sort of, when they were here, I stayed in the next room and kept quiet and let them get about what they were doing.
And did they?
Let him finish.
Fine.
There was two people. There was the woman that everyone's been talking about, but there was a guy with it, some guy, and he was like he was wearing like a hood and shit. It was like a fucking monk or something, and he was just sort of like toading around doing what she was telling him to do.
No way, this is good.
Really? So what did I say? Fuck. I've got this written. This is in here, but I'm just trying to remember what it was.
Oh, Johnny's camera just got better.
Yeah, I'll go back to being terrible again.
Alright.
No, don't worry.
So the woman was in a red dress, and the guy was in this grey robe, and he was packing up the paintings and the sculptures, and she just told him sorry, hold on a second. So she told him to take everything back to the warehouse, and she'd leave him to finish up. And as she was running, he says, okay, I'll meet you at the docks, and that was what I heard.
What would you rate the women out of 10?
Oh, she was 10. She was 10.
Oh, for God's sakes! For God's
Well,
sake!
asking the important questions, guys.
Yeah, that's not what I'm worried about.
Okay.
Did this guy? What
Damn.
was he? Did he speak himself? Did he? Or was he
Yeah.
growling and grunting?
She said she mentioned a warehouse. He told her that they were at the dock. So I don't think it's going to take a genius to put the clues together on that.
Yeah, Dizzle.
There's a.
I'm just trying to ask some additional questions. I'm not trying to flirt on the red.
So
red dress lady.
I wasn't fully concentrating as well. Did they see you at all? Did they speak to you?
Well, they didn't. I think I got away with it. They didn't come after me anyway.
Right, so it wasn't a case of they bribed you to keep quiet or anything like that, or to stay out of it.
If they bribed me to be quiet, I would already be away from here.
True.
You're a real top guy. You know that.
Thanks.
See, it wasn't that much easier than me having to be angry. So what now?
Well, I guess I'll go to the docks.
We should wave at the policemen as we go out. Down at the docks. And then just go down. Like, because the cops are on our side now.
Cops.
They like us now, don't they?
They do. No, we shouldn't blow this sleazebag's cover.
They like us now.
We'll just head down to the docks.
But do you not think we should go to the auction house firstly? Or do you think we could miss something at the docks? What time of day is this?
It's morning still.
Well,
I'm already on the hip. I'm on my hip flask.
We don't have enough in numbers to split up, I don't feel.
Let's go to the docks.
Like the policeman didn't mention anything about the auction house being.
Why don't I go? I'll ask the police to send one of their dudes with me, and we'll split up.
Well, I don't think there's going to be much at the auction house because they didn't mention anyone being there already, and we already know that it's these two people, this woman that's been seen mostly at these locations. So I don't think we're going to learn anything else at this stage from there. Whereas we do have a lead here already.
Okay. Docks.
Do you guys want to head to the docks?
Yeah.
Okay. You head over there. However, there is a slight hitch in the plan, which is that when you get there, the docks is absolutely massive.
Oh.
There is about.
How many warehouses are there?
There's probably about 50.
Is there anyone around?
Day.
Or you're saying that as if to say, find it.
Well, if you can give me something to help you find it, I will. But the problem is that warehouses at docks that they just tend to have massive, especially in the spare area.
Oh wait, it's navigation, eh? That's not gonna work.
Is there anyone around that we can see, or they're just?
There's dock workers milling about. It's a quiet morning, but you can probably grab someone and have a chat if you want.
Yeah. Grab a cunt.
Hello.
So, what are you guys doing around here? You don't look like you belong here.
Well, what makes you say that?
Shut up, Trent. Jeez,
Well,
God, let's not get aggro on everyone.
Do you?
Well,
you guys... we're looking for the boss. Our
no,
boss.
Shut up, Desmond. I'm taking care of this.
No, I've got a good plan here.
Excuse me, good sir. We're private investigators, and we have a lead that there might be someone we're after down here. We're looking for a woman in a red dress, and she might or might not have been with a man that was. Oh, I can't remember what he was in. Like a
hood.
Big
like
a monk. Like a monk.
The woman's a 10 out of 10 apparently.
I've not seen anyone. I've not seen a 10 down here in a while.
Any 9?
I'll tell you what. Sometimes we might get an 8 coming off one of the ships, but you don't tend to get a 9 or a 10 hanging around these parts. You asked how I knew you guys didn't look like you belong around here. This is a 2 or a 3 area, if you get me.
Oh, so you're complimenting us.
That was kind of where I was going with it.
That's very gay of you.
But hold on, let me finish. But you say monks and monk outfits. I don't know about monks, but there's definitely been some weird guys around here lately.
Such as?
Well, there are definitely guys in robes. You know what? I don't know where they were going, but there's definitely been some guys around here that they don't look like they belong, but in a very different way. More in a way that we wish they weren't around here.
That sounds like the type of people we're looking for.
When did you see them? Sorry.
This was
when?
About a week. No. Was it 3 days? I'm trying. I don't remember. It was recently. But
was it during the day or was it at night?
Oh, it was night. I was leaving. My shift was over. I was eating outside. It was a late night, so I was just gonna go straight to bed when I got home. Didn't want to wake the family, so I was just sat outside the warehouse on the porch eating. And yeah, there was like 2 guys went past in robes. It seemed a bit weird, really. They wandered off over that way, and he points in a direction, but I didn't follow them or anything.
Were they carrying anything?
No, not really. Just 2 guys in robes.
Also, one last question for you, sir. Are any of these warehouses unused?
I mean, well, loads of them. I mean, things times vary for this. Like, the storage industry works. Things are changing around here. Once upon a time, everyone had to use a warehouse to store stuff to get it onto ships. Now people are moving over to containers. It's not really the same. To be honest, I don't know how long any of our jobs are going to last around here.
Hard times, friends.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Now we're going to wander down the way you pointed.
Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
Okay, you've wandered that way. You've wandered that way.
Desmond just stood there.
You still have the problem that even though you're probably in the general direction, you are still just there's still just a lot of warehouses around
We're walking and talking.
So you're gonna need something
Someone
more.
While we're walking, can I ask Desmond, what was your plan there? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say we're looking
You're
for
going to
the
pretend to be
boss.
the boss. Oh, fucking
I was gonna pretend to be
boss.
one of them, and because I thought he might be covering up. We didn't even speak to him yet.
He
I know.
wasn't!
I know. See, I remember I look like a criminal, so I could sneak
Remember,
around.
there's a boy. If it comes down to it, we have charm and intimidate.
Yeah, I've got fast talk.
Well, exactly. We don't have to like bluff them at the start. Like if they.
I
if we
want to bluff everyone.
We've got, like, between the three of us, we can get them to talk.
Okay.
And if all else fails,
Is there a torture skill?
I don't think so.
Just-
That's not really what you guys are supposed to be.
I think we should.
I've been in the army.
Is there a way that we could find out who owns, like, if we were to hire a warehouse? If that
They would
makes
be
sense.
owned by different people, man. There wouldn't be one person who owns all 50.
Well, at this stage, we're not going to be looking for that because we're in the
let's
middle
see
of
if
them.
we can, to be fair, we don't have any names. I think we should go at the auction house. I think this is a dry as a.
Someone use spot hidden.
I will look around. I'm gonna squint through the fog,
Getting bird's eye.
And listen.
and I'm just gonna see everything. Is there any signs of like tracks of big boxes? Any, like tire tracks have been trying to be hidden?
So you do see various tracks. Like you can definitely, like, your skills allow you to see where things have been. Like you can see trails of like where cars have been. You can see where trails. The problem is you don't know what trail to follow. You've got
Yeah, without tracking.
you're like I mean you're not really. You're
I
not
don't
really
know what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's the problem.
really.
You don't really know what you're looking for. Even as generous as I'm being, I don't really just want to serve things up to you, if you get what I mean.
I think we should go to the auction house.
I think we should knock on every warehouse and.
I mean, you could do that. I mean, we could.
Hello?
How long would it take us?
Probably. I would probably take about.
Can we get the police to investigate the area?
It'd probably take about 30 minutes a warehouse to go through, because of the time of
A
knocking.
warehouse.
Well, the problem is that it's not just a matter of just knocking and walking to the next one, unless you wanted to just do that. If you actually wanted to like investigate each warehouse and see if it seems suspicious, it would probably take you about half hour each one, and then moving on to the next one. I mean,
I'm saying no right
It's
now.
going to take us a whole day to go through all the warehouses at that rate.
yeah, basically, that's if you wanted to go this route, you might be able to track what you're looking for, but it's probably going to take you all day.
I'm willing to go to the warehouse on me, to the auction house on my own. If you guys want to look around,
What do you think you're going to learn there?
I just want to learn more about the paint.
What was that lead for that place? I didn't hear that bit.
There
What
was
was
a
the lead?
painting that
Yeah.
was stolen.
Oh, you want to see if we can catch it at the auction house? Well, we don't even have. Yeah, we could just
I want
ask.
to see who owns the paint.
Surely we get the police to go and claim it back if it is there. Surely that's the best way of doing it, instead of going to an auction house and being like,
No, the auction house has had
They've had a theft as well.
they've had something stolen from them as well. That was the second theft.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, I thought that it had been stolen from the first place and taken to the
No,
auction.
no.
Okay, I'm following. Right, okay.
I'll go there if these guys want to look on the warehouse.
Well, we don't know like what we're running into. Like this has happened before.
Is Johnny playing a Wii U?
Yeah.
Oh, so jealous.
Yeah. Is that
That
your
Mario
Mario?
Kart? What is that?
What is
Is that Zelda?
Yeah, Wind Waker HD.
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting
Right.
one.
Well, I suggest we go as a group. Like, I don't think we should search the warehouses with fewer people.
Okay, what are you going to do then?
Hey, we'll go have a look at the auction house then.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you head over to the auction house. It's late morning, but you still haven't burned too much of the day yet.
No.
No, actually, no. Sorry. I guess it's probably about lunchtime by now. It's probably about lunch.
I'm starving.
Anyway, so you get
Faithful.
to the auction house. It's a big old building on a sort of like a street that was once maybe like there were once residential houses, but now they've kind of been pushed out because of they're worth a lot and have been taken over by businesses. The building is actually it's not open to the public right now because there's no auctions going on. So right now it says closed on the door.
Can we knock on the door?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
knock.
knock anyway.
So who did that?
Me. I'm the leader.
Fair enough. Anyway, so you knock on the door, and after like 5 minutes of like you sort of milling around, someone does finally like come down and unlock the door, and there's this sort of elderly, very well-to-do, very proper British gentleman, and says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Excuse me, sir. We're private investigators, and we're investigating the disappearances of some missing artifacts. We heard that a painting was stolen from here.
Oh yes. This wasn't. This was like a week ago. I'm surprised to hear from you. The police seemed very disinterested, and but yes. Do you want to? I mean, what do you want? Do you want to tell you about it? Do you want to see where it was stolen from? What do you want?
Bit of both. Bit of both.
All right. Okay. Well,
Everything you can give.
okay. Well, you come through. I'll tell you as we walk through. And so he's sort of leading you through the auction house as he's telling you this. He says, so we're doing a big auction next week. There's some very sort of important items in that, but the thing about an auction is that people expect a lot of show, a lot of pomp and circumstance, and so we don't tend to just have the one big item. We tend to try and line up a whole range of things. And this one was, let's say, a little dry, and so we were trying to find some filler items. So an assistant of mine went to an estate auction. There was an old house, the Knott family that they were liquidating an old house where the owner had
The
died.
who
recently.
family? Sorry.
The Knott family.
Not what?
Knott.
That's the name.
They're not what?
This is very, very good, sir. Very good. And so this was I think this was the once known as the Corbett House.
Yeah, when he said the Knott family, that is familiar.
So
The Corbett house is familiar.
So yes. So anyway, in the estate, one of my assistants picked up a rather grim-looking painting that was apparently owned by the former Mr. Corbett.
You could pick that thing up.
And
Yeah.
and so anyway, it wasn't a big item for us. It didn't even cost much, but it was it felt with in fitting with the kind of items we were planning to sell, and so it was strange that particular item was stolen because it wasn't worth a lot. And well, I mean, we were going to sell it for a lot, but you know how business works, I'm sure. But yes, but that was the only item that was stolen. The much more valuable items were left where they were.
And was it stolen while the auction house was closed?
Yes, yeah. We have and he's leading you down. He's showing you. He's like, we have a secure room, and I mean, it was actually in the viewing room. We have a sort of vault at the back, and we didn't put it in there. It was just in the viewing room because, again, this wasn't a high-ticket item. And so he says, unfortunately, I won't be able to take you into the vault itself, but you shouldn't need to anyway. But and he says you're now in kind of like you've gone through the auction house, you've gone down some stairs, you're in like a viewing room that's outside of a vault basically, which is like pedestals and stuff where they show items for people who want to come and inspect them prior to the auction.
Can I look around to see if there's any? Because obviously we know the kind of gist of the items. They're a bit iffy looking. Can I look around and see if I can spot anything else similar that may have not have been sold? Or I'll just ask the guy. Is there anything that was similar that was not sold? Or
we haven't had the auction yet.
So is there any items that you would kind of couple up with this painting in similar style that maybe here that we could see?
Everything we were going for was much more macabre, supernatural. That was kind of the theme of what we're going for with this particular collection. But none of the others. I mean, the others are some fine. I mean, he points around and you see around you various statues and paintings and like books and things, and everything. Looks a little grim, but nothing particularly stands out to you. Actually, I should say, I need to Skype.
I'm thinking when's the auction due?
In about a week's time.
If we'd have camped out in this auction house.
Well, no, because the thing is, like, they've obviously taken the painting they want, and if they wanted any other ones, they took them as well.
That's true. But what's in the vault? We could bait them.
Anyway, he points you towards the empty pedestal where the painting was. It's like a wide pedestal with like a fitting for where the painting was.
And was there anything disturbed in the auction house when you came in to find out it was missing?
No, the doors weren't even unlocked or forced or anything. There's no real sign of how they got in and out. In fact, the police were very suspicious of our staff, but I'm absolutely sure no one here did it.
Can I have a feel around the pedestal, see if there's anything like any material or
Yeah, give me a
anything
roll.
that
Give
may
me a
have been
roll.
left? Oh, I feel like a real investigator.
No, crook.
Boom!
He feels everything.
That's
All
bad,
right.
isn't it?
Oh, that's really good.
Oh no, it is.
So you
It's got a name, a photograph.
So you're like eagle eye vision on this thing. You're on this like your eyes are like darting all over the pedestal. Like it's like the scene in the film where they're like enhanced, like and you see like nothing on the pedestal itself, but down like the base of it on the floor, you see like these little brown scrapings.
Your port scratchings.
I forgot who was it? Was it Julian who kept finding poo? I forgot about that one episode.
It was.
Anyway, but no,
No, that was Desmond, was it?
was it Desmond who kept finding poo? This isn't poo though. You pick them up and like smell them and you lick them, and it's quite clearly tobacco.
Oh. You're now addicted to tobacco.
Yeah, roll for sanity. No, I'm kidding.
Someone who smokes. Okay.
Everyone in this time period?
This isn't a cigarette. This is loose tobacco.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
People not roll them their own in this day.
Well,
I mean that could just be a coincidence that it's there, but I presume not.
Been smoking the ganja.
You don't smoke, do you, sir?
Oh no, we wouldn't allow cigarettes in here.
Okay.
Don't know.
I'm sorry, I should say, since you did actually a really good roll, this isn't just like a little bit of tobacco like someone smoking a cigarette. This is like a trail of it.
Let's follow it.
Well,
Okay,
not. I don't think you could track it very far. It's not like
Is there a tobacco factory
Does it
in the dots?
does it point to anywhere as such, or does it lead?
No.
to
This is like someone's walked through tobacco and then walked through here.
Good.
warehouse, tobacco warehouse, like somewhere that's important tobacco in the dockyard.
Okay, so what you want to guys do now then?
Is there anything of worth in the vault? I know you said it wasn't really important for us as such, but
If you want to look, he said the guy says if you want to look in the vault, I'd have to get permission. The owners of the items in question would have to agree to you inspecting them prior to the auction.
nah.
Yeah, if we need to, we'll come back and get permission.
Putting an X in that little bad boy. Right, so are we happy to go to the docks and find the smoking terrace?
Yeah.
Sure.